Hello riders and not. Today on the vlog is a new 765 Triumph Street Triple R. I only have few hours of the daylight left until the bike goes back to Triumph. I left it for the very last day because I wanted to ride it as much as I can within 2 weeks of alone time that I had, to give you the best expressions and to tell you everything I felt during that time riding, from the very first ride till today, when I feel a lot more used to that. And this is the reason that we have a review in a little drizzle, and it might be that we will have review on a slippery road as well, which is not a bad thing, because if you live in UK, you will end up riding on the slippery, wet roads.
First of all the controls are very easy to reach. I have quite small female hands, and some motorcycles I found difficult to reach the signals, to switch them off. Something is on the way. On this is just perfection. It's like a custom fit for my hands. The levers are in the right place, even though this is adjustable, as you can see. Perfect, except from, oh my god, it has heated grips. I just discovered that. I thought that's this, but no. Oh my, this is it. This is it. That just sticks an extra box. For those of you who don't know, I have Raynaud's syndrome. That means even the slightly less cold, even like if I would ride today in the morning when it's 15 degrees, I would get numb fingers because it's too cold for my body. Heated grips on a motorcycle just as extra points for me, and I believe for everyone who's riding in UK, because you will get in the weather where it's uncomfortably cold for your hands, unless you will ride only 3 weeks of summer that you have. Anyway, this is heated grips. I thought this is a beep beep, but it's not. And it's very good TFT display. Sometimes they are on the way, sometimes they are complicated, sometimes they are difficult to see. This is just, it's off the way when you're riding. It's not in your face. As you can see, it's slightly further from you, but at the same time it's bright, nice and clean.
Because I only just returned a very similar bike, Suzuki 8S, to Suzuki after 4 weeks on it. So I got used to that kind of weight and performance. I thought this would get me in trouble in no time, just because how comfortable instantly I felt, how well it fits me. I'm 1.75 meters, 5'9". As you can see, I can stand firmly, like perfectly can stand on the ground with both feet reaching the ground. My knee is perfectly fits in the cart, and I can squeeze the bike when I'm riding, and I can feel it. It just feels like one. It feels so good. Only 188 kilograms, 89 kilograms wet. Feather lightweight. However, it doesn't feel light. The same, I don't like comparing bikes, but the same as Suzuki 8S. I feel like flying on it, but differently from Suzuki. This to me has a little bit more of a custom feeling, and I don't like comparing bikes, but I personally prefer this sound. Oh my god, guys, I'm obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with that sound. I feel so, talking about sound, somebody else making it. I love the sound so much because it has so many different tones and you can hear it, and it's just loud enough for you to be noticeable, but not too loud for you to annoy everyone around you. Now guys, it starts drizzling quite badly, so let's move to a different location, do some riding, and I'll talk in my camera more about how does it feel to ride Triple R and why I think so far it is definitely my favorite Triumph. We look so good together as well.
It is in the road mode now, and it's very easy to change the modes. With this, I think, yeah. It has sport, road, something with rain, wet, and custom mode, rider. Now it is sort of raining. Can we call it raining? Let's leave it on the rain. I haven't tried the rain yet. Of course, between the road and the sport, I enjoy the sport more, but the road is as good and as enjoyable. The rain has stopped, so we can change the mode into, let's do road, because it's still slightly wet, and we can do the sports mode afterwards. But as I say, it's not a significant, at least for my riding, my type of riding, it's not a huge difference between the modes. I couldn't say that, like on some bikes you can feel a huge difference, and it's not even enjoyable to ride in the rain mode, which is this. I enjoy it in any mode. There's so much potential on it that a rider like me, riding motorcycle for 6 years and coming from a, let's say, slower response and slower performance motorcycles base, enjoy and not using the full potential of it, have plenty of playfulness and plenty to learn in it and plenty to become a better rider. So if you are a beginner rider, that can be that one and only motorcycle that you will never ever want or have a need to get rid of. Obviously it's your choice of what you want to change to, what do you want to ride. It's everyone's personal decision, but this is more than enough for the road, and you can take it on the track. You definitely can take it on the track and push it to the limits and become better riding a track. That is for sure. It's amazing. Less than 10 grand as well, so it is, for the price, it's firmly made. Dream performance. If I would have 10 grand, I say it quite often lately, don't I? But it's because I feel the need of a bike like this that delivers every single time you're on it, and I could confidently push myself a little bit further. I've decided to do a little bit of a British A-road equivalent to Motorway, a A12. I hope that this part of it is not roadworks and it will be not restricted to 40 miles per hour speed, and I'll get stuck with it. Here we go. 70 miles per hour, guys. Fourth gear. We have 6. I feel I could twist the throttle and go so much faster now. A couple of things to mention. First of all, the mirrors wasn't vibrating like on some other bikes that I rode in the fast speed. You could see everything very clear, and this is very important riding motorway speed. Also, the bike felt very stable. Now we're riding definitely not a perfect road and not in the perfect riding conditions, and that is what a road bike needs to be capable of. Because trust me, especially when you start a rider, it's not nice when the bike is skidding, when the bike end is skidding and scares the shit out of you. Obviously it is nice when you learn to control it and when you become a better rider because you get used to that, but at the same time it can get you in trouble. And this, with traction control and all the different modes, changing different settings, definitely is suitable for any weather riding. In this country can be ridden all year round. I think I should talk, or you should ask the owner who has this bike for a long time to tell you how it is about corrosion and all the other things of riding a bike on any road. But I guess like any other motorcycle, except from the bike that I own, which is rust from anything. I think it rusts in the sun as well. So all the normal bikes you have to wash if you ride salty roads and avoid it if you can, to prolongate the life of it and look after it just like you're looking after any other motorcycle. But I don't think that Triumph requires more maintenance than any other bike. As much as I remember, you have to do services every 7,000 miles or every year, whichever comes first, which is very reasonable. The owner, once again, if you own one, please tell us how are the costs with Triumph, because I don't know that information. Fortunate for me, I get a bike for a few weeks, I ride it, enjoy it, and handle it back to the manufacturer without caring or doing the service of it and all the maintenance work. I would love to try it on the track. Now I don't know where I'm going because it starts properly raining, so I don't think I'll have a chance to stop and film it. I'll just go bonkers. It's summer, guys. I'm not gonna melt, I'm not made of sugar. We're gonna film the bike, it will be review in the rain. Proper walk around and everything. In the nice, beautiful British summer weather. Take it or leave it. Review from Britain in all its glory. That sound is so enjoyable. I really like it. I can understand what the fuss is about, especially about the RS, which is, they say, even better than this. Which, this is very good, like really, really good. It's very hard for me, guys, to think even of one thing that I don't like about it. It's very hard. I wasn't very keen to the headlight to start with when I first saw the Triumph Street Triple a few years back. It kind of looks like a wasp, is that the word? That little bee, which is like more aggressive than a normal bee. Not a bumblebee, but aggressive bumblebee, let's call it that. Wasp. I think it is a wasp. So you have to agree with me, it does look like a wasp, the front end. But after some time it grew with me, and I take it as a difference from other motorcycles, because everyone goes with exactly the same or very similar looks, and just like RS has this quirky different headlight that is like Marmite, not for everyone, I guess this is the same. I just twisted my head to wash the rain off. That's a trick. If it is raining, you do this, and the rain is kind of wipe it off, or you just do that. So even the look I love, and as I said, it fits me
perfect, like a perfect pair of shoes. You know, when you try a pair of shoes and they are so comfortable that you instantly run faster, walk faster, and feel like you are feather light. This is the feeling of this. It feels so good. I believe for bigger people, taller and bigger in every dimension, it might be small, but for my size, it's absolutely incredible. It has adjustable front and rear suspension, fully adjustable. Double disc grab both in the front and single disc at the rear, sharp as a razor brakes. It's unbelievable how so well performing and so comfortably fit bike can improve your confidence on the road. Unbelievable. Honestly, I've been riding my bike for nearly 50,000 miles and I feel on this nearly as confident from the first ride. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Just think of how I would become after, I don't know, even 10,000 miles on it. This is the reason that I need a bike like this in my garage. I'm not saying that this one particular, because I will have eventually, when I will getting one, I will have to make that choice, and it will be very hard choice, guys, between all those bikes. So far, mid-range nakeds, very hard decision between this 8S and Indian FTR, but I guess this is, I don't know if it is winning over Indian with looks. Difficult. However, the Indian I went, it's 15 grand, so this is winning, because this is less than 10. This is winning over it. Here we go, and we are in the location under the roof where I can show the bike around, do a little walk around. What I really love, guys, can you see how filthy it becomes? That the exhaust is changing color, that adds that little custom feeling to it, custom look, really like it. Oh, I almost forgot how much I love Triumphs. Really like and falling in love more and more with the angles of it, with how visually appealing, like little details, black upside down forks. I'm absolutely in love with it. Or a piggyback and a little bit of red of it. I would take this straight away, and that, I know that is the requirement probably by a new laws and new regulations, but that is ugly. Triumph, please don't blame me for that. I don't like the lime detail on it, that's not my thing, and I think that clashes with the red on the piggyback shower monoshock at the rear. I like some of the red buttons and how nicely it works. I would get rid of the lime color on it, and visually it is very nice and appealing for me, definitely. I like how quality it feels, everything from the bolts to overall build of a bike, how nicely all the lines are on all the wiring and everything. It works very nicely and neat. It does seem like somebody paid a lot of attention to the detail of it. At my level and my riding and my background, I have no flaws in it. I think it is a perfect motorcycle, performance-wise, and plus has this custom sound, has different tones in the sound that you can feel while you're riding, and you can be heard. It is loud enough for you in the traffic to be heard, and I can notice it by the drivers, how they turn their heads, because I rode some motorcycles that make no sound, electric bikes, some motorcycles that make less sound, and some motorcycles that makes a lot of sound, like my Harley. And this sits kind of above the average. I love it. I really love it. Also guys, that t-shirt I'm wearing is from the news channel sponsor that are making a safety bars for your garage. We'll talk about it later when I will install one. I just had to mention, I think this is a great idea, and as a part of my contract I will be doing giveaway and installing one of the safety bars in your garage if you live in UK. So stay tuned for this and other content. Subscribe if you haven't already. Recommend and share it with your friends. Leave a comment. And thank you for watching. I see you on the next one, guys.